Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode where I review modern fountain pens. This time I have for you a quite obscure fountain pen in the sense that it was produced by a not so well known manufacturer. So, this is the fountain pen. The only clue about its producer it's at the end of the cap where we have imprinted Flaminaire. Well, when you consider this name, you might think it is a French producer, but I suspect it is a German producer, and I will tell you why. First of all, it is a piston filler, and second of all, it has this multifaceted ink window, which reminds us of the Mont Blanc Meisterstück line of fountain pens. It could resemble a reform fountain pen or a senator fountain pen, but it reminds me of another obscure German producer which I reviewed on my channel, the Norex fountain pen. The only difference between the Norex and this fountain pen is that Norex was fitted with a gold nib and this is fitted with a gold plated iridium point nib. A simple nib without other engravings besides iridium point and a simple looking plastic feed. Well, guys, I bought this fountain pen quite recently and I was drawn to it because you can see it is in almost NOS condition. Of course, when I bought it, it was filled up with some black ink, and this is not a good thing. It certainly took me a while to clean it up, but as you can see, it has those beautiful gold streams in quite nice condition. As a matter of design, it reminds me of the slim fountain pens from the late 70s and the early 1980s. It has those flat endings and it's quite slim and elegant. As a particularity of this fountain pen, we have this clip which ends quite nice with this pattern. It's quite a nice clip. It ends like the pelican clip with that beak of the pelican bird. I believe it is a German producer, although with a French name. Flaminaire, it says to me that it is a French name, but I will treat it like a German made fountain pen, I believe in the 1980s. So, guys, I will leave its dimensions on the screen and after that I will do the writing sample. In case I didn't tell you, I recently bought this for a decent price. I paid around 50 lays or 10.10 euros or 11.08 American dollars. And as a comparison, guys, let me compare it with this Mont Blanc Meisterstück 146 from 1983, and why not? I have here the bigger Jinhao 159, which you probably know it is the same size as the Mont Blanc Diplomat 149. So you definitely can see if there is some resemblance with the Mont Blanc line. I think it resides in its the Mont Blanc models from the 1970s and the 1980s. Maybe a 2-1 or a 3-0. Okay, let's take aside the Mont Blanc and the Jinhao. And now let's concentrate on our fountain pen because I want to do the writing sample. So before I will do the writing sample, let's change the angle of the camera, guys, for you to see better what I'm writing with this elegant fountain pen. For the ink, I said that the Faber-Castell turquoise will be quite interesting to see how it does. So there are maybe some residues of the black ink still remaining on the barrel, and maybe the turquoise shade of color will be a darker shade. We will see about that. So this is the Faber-Castell ink, a turquoise ink. I will give it a little shake. Let me put it right here. And now, guys, the cap opens by unscrewing it. We can see a simple grip section, some threads here, and I've already shown you the multifaceted ink window. Now let me give a zoom out because I want to show you what I'm doing, guys. So I'm just moving the piston, and you can see, yes, it is a plastic ending, and it still has some black ink. I hope that you can see it. Yes, still an excess of the black ink, but I will dip it in this turquoise ink. I will flip this bottle, and now I will draw the ink. The ink was drawn. I will remove the excess from the nib. I will put this here, and now I will remove with this tissue the excess from the grip section. Okay, guys, now let me see if this pen posts. Yes, it posts quite securely, and I think I will use it posted. So what do we have here? We have a Flaminaire fountain pen. You see probably in this lighting that the turquoise has a little bit of a greener, darker shade to it, because there were residues of the black ink still remaining in the barrel. So Flaminaire fountain pen fitted with a simple steel nib, gold plated. You can see that the color, the difference in colors. So we have again the beautiful light turquoise shade, a steel nib gold plated. I believe that despite of the name Flaminaire, this fountain pen was made in Germany, so made in Germany. And I say that based on its design. It has a steel nib gold plated with an iridium point. Judging by the way it writes, I believe that this is an M for a medium nib. Okay, guys, now I'm ready to test it to see if this steel nib has some flex to it. And you can see no flex. Now let me test if we have some line variance. So here no pressure, and starting from here we apply pressure, so you can see no visible line variance. Okay, let me see how juicy this nib is. We have quite a juicy nib, and I'm curious to see if I can reverse write with it. Whoa, reverse writing. Well, definitely a possibility. It doesn't scratch, but it loses in a way the ink flow, but it is a possibility to reverse write with it, yes. And it writes like an FF for a fine in comparison with the M, which it writes the size of the normal writing. Okay, reverse writing. Now I'm curious to see how we can do a signature with it. Yes, quite nice. Being a juicy nibs, it helps with the signature. And now, guys, let me tell you about the fox. So let me leave it in the natural sunlight. The and maybe a zoom should be in order. Maybe even a more zoom to it. Now let's focus. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So you can see, guys, a quite nice writer, a beautiful modern elegant slim piston filler with a ink window. Not a problem, we don't have a gold nib, but I paid for it only 50 lays. So at this price I think it deserves all the money that I paid for it. And 11.08 American dollars. So an unbelievable price, guys. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review of a German made fountain pen with a French name, Flaminaire. If you know more about this Flaminaire producer of line or a line of stationery products, stores maybe, I'm not so sure, please leave the details in the comments. What can I say, guys? I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you did enjoy this episode, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. In return, I will bring to you new reviews of vintage and modern writing instruments. Till the next episode, please take care of yourselves. Bye bye and God bless.